people that are being called racist, but then they're not racist too. So I think we have to be very mindful of those things. So I'm gonna let you guys up, okay? I'm gonna let you guys back up. Just 1 second. Hold on. Just 1 second. 1 second here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, so can I say one thing?
Okay,
Yeah, Andrea. Yeah, go ahead, Andrea.
James, stop, please.
Hold on, James. Hold on.
I am so sick of this, Osa. I understand you want people like the dialogue, and I know, like, I'm not sick of you. I'm just sick of these people that want to come in here and cry, and they do the harshest stuff 24/7. It's been like 2 or 3 years they've been doing the same bullshit, and they do it to an extreme extent. And one person can do something to them, and they want to cry and get butthurt about the situation. They are racist to black people. They are racist to white people. They don't have no freaking picks. They don't care. And I know for a fact, and I know for a fact James is not racist. So I don't even want to. I don't even feel like we should entertain them putting that on him or Rosca, because at the end of the day, we know how to read through content. And we know how to read through context, and we know how to judge by character. And neither one of their character ever showed it. So these people, you can call these people boy, you can call these people girl, and they'll define it as racist. You can say something that you don't even know you're saying, they'll call it misogynistic. It's walking on eggshell with these people. So it would never be right unless you're saying exactly what they say or you got the same viewpoints as them. And this is so sickening, because before TikTok, we are adults. We had conversations. Now everybody want to be philosophers. Now everybody want to be fucking college scholars and this, that, and the third. And everybody want to be right and shit. Y'all, and they speak the white man history every day. History, what do it say? His story. His story. You're telling the white man's story. You're upholding the white man principles. Oh, you a Spanish person come up here or whatever, and they say they this or they that. Oh no, what are you typically looking like? Like these people uphold the same system. They uphold the same system that they hate. They uphold all the principles. They uphold all of that, and it's so sickening. And I'm tired of the hate. I know y'all. I know some people like to debate. Some people like to argue. Some people like that. But I'm not. That's not my life. And them toxic, nasty people need to be gone, for real.
I've literally just like gifted you in a live, Osa.
Okay, so
put my face up on the screen and said horrible things about me, literally just for sending you a gift, and you weren't. You know that I'm pretty neutral.
Yes. I try to be fair too.
I'm not disrespectful by any means. Yeah, and like.
Osa, have you seen Lola around?
They've berated me.
Have you seen Lola around, Osa?
No. What'd she say?
You want to ask why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because you got people like Knotless, T-Bone, whoever else, everybody in those circles that tried to find her and her family. So now she got to go. They all laughed about it. They all laughed about it. Shut the fuck up. They all laughed about it. They all clowned this lady. They all antagonized this lady. And now she fucking going. But you want to cry over a fucking word. Shut the fuck up.
And the word will.
So hold on. Can the opposition respond? That would be great. Yeah. So I just find it fucking.
Wait a minute, guys. I'm gonna cycle some of you, because remember, you know my motto. I hate echo chambers. I hate them. And right now it's uneven in this room. So I'm gonna cycle. So hold on. I'm gonna drop you, and then you. There we go. So we're gonna keep the rest of them, and then we're gonna make sure that it's balanced. Go ahead, T-Bone.
That's crazy that the person who spoke got to get dropped and I didn't get to respond to it.
Then you can respond.
No, I'm gonna respond to what she said. It amazes me that like the evidence can be there for like people like blatantly being racist. I'm talking about like full perpetuation. Like if we want to talk about what racism is, that's completely different.
Real quick.
Dang, man.
You have an echo really bad. That's one. Number two, if you're opposition, please hop in the. Please let me know if you're in the box and you're opposition. Let me know, please. If you're
Okay, so like
opposition,
I
let me know, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, it's amazing that we can actually show evidence of this shit, and these people like antagonizing and provoking black people and just being flat out racist, right? And somehow we find a way to justify this shit. Like somebody who is purposely using that word so that they can get a rise out of black people and we not call that racist. I don't know what the fuck racism is at that point. I don't know how we would define this. This is absolutely
Devon,
absurd
what's
to
the
me.
word?
And this isn't, hey, Kay, remember how she was talking and nobody interrupted? I would ask for
I
that
just asked a
exact
simple
same respect
question.
when I'm
Hold on, real
speaking.
quick.
So like,
Roscoe.
please don't interrupt me.
Hold on, real quick.
But
Roscoe, I'm
can
gonna
I can
cycle
I
you
can
out. I'm
I
gonna
flow
cycle you
for
out.
like what's going on here? You
I'm
say
sorry.
like
Go ahead.
I don't condone
cool.
that word in any setting.
Actually, I just asked a simple fucking question. What was the word? Now, if you want to get an attitude about it, I don't even think you belong in panels, my boy.
All right, so let's get disrespectful up here then, Kay, if that's what you really want to do. All I asked was to let me finish speaking. If that's what we want to go
You
with, we
just
can
got
go with it.
disrespectful,
Okay, so
T-Bone.
let's have a conversation. Let's not bring it to that level.
You
Let's
brought it
have
to
the
that level, you
conversation.
goofy.
Let's have the conversation, Kay.
Yeah, let's have
So
the
can I please
conversation
finish?
without you being
So
an
can I
ass.
please finish speaking? Because I didn't
Sure.
interrupt nobody. Cool. If you want to know what the
No.
word
Guys.
was,
I cycle
like,
Roscoe out. I needed to be even. Sorry. I needed to be even. Stay ahead. Re-request, please. Stay ahead. Re-request, please. Go ahead.
so to catch you up on what's been happening, Kay, Roscoe, who was just above you, doxed Phoenix and put her government name in the fucking chat. That was the whole reason I came up here. James has been caught on this app saying niggardly, and we pointed out the fact that he did that shit purposely to antagonize black people, which is fucking racist. What I find to be crazy is that we
Because y'all
showing y'all the
antagonize
evidence.
them. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
excuse me, I'm speaking, bro. What I find to be crazy is that we show y'all the evidence, but nothing is fucking good. If we want to have a conversation on is this teetering the line of racism, have no issue with that. But when it's blatantly fucking racist and you explain that shit away, that's the reason that these conversations are still being had. Because we're not even addressing the blatant racism that's taking place. This is crazy to me and disgusting.
It's disgusting when everybody else do it and when everybody else don't agree with y'all. It's cool when your whole group do it. Stop being hypocritical. Stop being delusional. James, y'all can say 80,000 things to him before he say one word. Me, I can say one thing, and y'all like, come on, like, no, we're not about to do this.
See, I have to say something here.
That's not true,
Because
though.
that's why I have to say, I have to. I'm going to go to Mark next. But again, people are not going to like me for what I have to say, but this is the truth.
Oh, so what about my turn?
You're going to be next. You're going to be right next, stay ahead. I got you, brother. You're next, right after me. But I have to say this because that's why any type of racism, bigotry is not okay at all from anybody. At all. I'm going to say it again. Racism or any type of bigotry at all is not okay. So I'm going to ask you this, and maybe people can answer the question. So if you're a person who is, maybe being called a colonizer, a cracker, a peckerwood, a bleach demon, a mayo monkey,
Goblin, yogurt yodeler,
all that other stuff,
translucent.
is it now fair game at that point? If they respond to you in the
Yes, it
same way,
definitely
that's
is.
why I say
We from the streets. It definitely is.
yeah, that's why I say,
Fuck out of
listen,
here.
you can say it's not racist or whatever. And look, this is what I say. Look, you could call it prejudice all you want, but listen, this is what I'm saying. If it's outside of the person's name, you have no business fucking calling them that. I'm going to say it again.
Amen.
If it's outside of the person's name, you cannot call them that because they may call you something bad. It's not right. My philosophy is if you're a pig and they're a pig and you both play in the mud, you motherfuckers are going to get dirty. You see? But see, you can't blame somebody for saying, okay, well, you're calling me this, I'm going to call you this. That's why it's not okay. And racism and bigotry and hatred creates and breeds more racism, bigotry, and hatred. We have to stop it. We
I have
have to
something to
stop
say
it. Do
about
you
that.
understand? We
I have
have
something
to
to say
stop
about
it.
that.
Please.
Okay.
Well, like I think that there is obviously like it's a real thing, but at the same time, especially here on like TikTok, like I've been to some of these like black rooms, like they get real rowdy with you, and they don't allow you to be critical of them. And it's like anytime that you're critical, they invoke racism, and that's when like it's like you're not above criticism. And I
Right,
think a
and
lot of
then
them,
I'm
I
sorry.
think a lot of them, like, they, as soon as you just criticize them at all, they just like try to bring in this, like, oh, you don't know what we've been through. You don't know about slavery. You don't know about what we do every day. And it's like, I wasn't even talking about none of that. We were talking about, they don't stick to the issue, and they just, like they totally try to run you over and try to like put them above you and say like, basically, you can't say that about me. It's like, what?
You know that the racism that was held back then is still
No,
being
none of y'all's
held.
not gonna do it. Y'all bring up the same
Why?
stories, y'all bring up the
Why?
same articles.
Why?
All of y'all that come
Do
up
we
here are
not
so
know about
successful.
medical
All of y'all that come up
racism?
here
Do we
got
know
it going
about the
on. All
systems
of
that
y'all
we
that come
live
up here
in
is
today?
working. Ain't nobody holding y'all back. Y'all want to use other black people trauma as your own.
Do
Y'all
we
want to
not
use
know
our
about the
ancestral trauma as
systems
our
that
own.
we're
Y'all
living
want to
in
use 60
today?
and 70-year-old people trauma as your own. And it's just not the
Why is
case.
that
You
you
can get in
keep
your
Also, can
car,
I
you
speak
can
talking
to
go
this
to the
about
girl?
it?
store, you
Can I
can do
speak to
whatever
this
you
girl,
want to
Osa?
fucking do.
Go
Because it's
ahead,
Can I
Prof.
speak
You
now?
got it.
Well, because it's the truth. You're trying to compare modern day quote unquote slavery to say it's the same as last time,
No
as it
one's
was in the
doing that.
past. Like
No
that's
one's doing that.
literally
Are you
what Miss
serious?
Passion just did. Oh, we live in the same systems as we did back
We live in the
then.
same
Like
systems,
what?
though.
Like
We
what?
do. We do.
No, you're so unserious,
Are,
man.
are we are we still
What
in
can I
Do we
change
speak,
not
though?
Osa?
know?
And then
Do we
also,
not? I
listen.
still see redlining happening right now where I'm currently at today in 2024. We're still being
No,
redlined.
black homeowners are telling you they getting houses in nice neighborhoods, and y'all don't even want to consider it. Y'all don't even want to acknowledge it. Y'all call it anecdotal. Y'all don't care what black
Right.
people are doing. Y'all only care about the bad shit, and it's not like how it's happening back in the day. And when y'all talk about gentrification and redlining and all that, let me tell you, my grandmom still got her house on her block. Everybody else, they waved a couple million in their face and they took it and they ran with it, but they ain't nobody just pushing them out. So cry about it if you want.
Hey, Andrea, can I ask you a question? Do you
Oh,
Yo,
think,
man. Thank you so much
do
for
motherfucking
the
you,
gifts,
hospital and
man.
that
Listen,
motherfucking
thank you so
doctor
much for
ain't
the gifts.
listening to
Thank
your
you.
black ass saying
Thank
that
you.
you ain't in pain, don't say shit.
Wait, can
We
I
hey,
speak
want
on
your
Andrea,
ass
can I,
on
wait,
here
something real
hold
saying
quick?
up.
pain
Andrea, can I
shit.
Wait,
ask you a
technically, stay ahead
question?
was next.
Do
That's
you,
Stay
do
ahead
you
was
crazy.
think
next.
that,
Stay
do you
ahead.
think
I'm
black
sorry,
people are
guys.
stupid?
Guys,
No,
guys,
I
hold
do
on a
not.
second. Hold on a second. I
I love
promise
my
stay ahead.
people. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I promise stay ahead. I'll let you guys continue, but he wanted to say something. Stay ahead was next. Stay ahead. You're next. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. 1 second, bro.
No, no problem. You want me to give you
Love
maybe a
you
second?
more.
Come back to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Can I go after? I just need
Yeah,
1 minute.
please. Yeah, go. You'll go. Y'all can
Yeah,
continue.
because I kind of want to
People,
get into
I
that. Yeah, go
respect
ahead,
my
Andrea.
I respect my people. I love my people. I do for my people. I don't respect hateful people. I don't care what race you are. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to surround myself with it. And when I see you display ignorance 24/7 every day, I'm not going to like you. I don't care if you black or not.
Wait, hold on. Can I
Yeah,
speak
no,
to
that
Passion real
wasn't
quick?
the reason why I was asking the question about us being stupid. I want to know, as it pertains to the data, why do you think black people are failing so much if we're not stupid?
Black people are failing because it's personal choices. We teach our kids how to fight as a baby. We don't have this. Not all of us. I'm not. Let me make this clear for all the people that's on here. I'm not saying all black people. Some people got it down, but it's a majority of us that is still working on it, and it's not the white man. And it's white people that's in the same boat as well. So it's all about accountability. It's all about the work that you want to put in. So I got to change stuff about myself if I want my kids to be better. I have to be the example if I want my kids to be better. I can't let no system or no white man be the character or the example for my children. I
Okay,
have to
so
sit
hold,
at work and
hold
I
on.
have to sit at the
Maybe
table with
it
them.
would
I have
follow
to show
the.
them financing. I helped
Oh,
5 of my friends. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna mute. I helped
okay,
5 of
Mark
my
is
friends get
next.
their credit in order. And they like, I didn't even know it was that easy. Wow, I thought yeah, it's that easy.
Mark, go ahead. You're next,
All
Mark.
right,
Thanks,
can I
brother.
speak to her now? Yeah,
Oh,
it's my turn.
you want stay ahead to go first or me? I mean, I can wait
You
if
know
you.
what? Stay ahead. Go ahead. Stay ahead. And
All
then
right.
you,
All right,
Mark.
brother, man. I listened to what she said, innit? I agree with like having the motivation, yeah, and having no hate in your heart. I agree with that. But what she wants to ignore is facts. What she wants to ignore is the real world, the world we live in today. You get it? And because she's grown up in America, she's unfortunately self-orientalized so much that she thinks it's okay for YT people to use the word niggardly. She thinks that's fine, absolutely fine, because she's unfortunately lost in it. She doesn't know that we live in a world where white privileged people who have stolen that privilege through racism now are in positions of power where they legislate it. So when black people want to build good neighborhoods,
Do you
they
live in the
find
States?
obstructions. Pardon? What do you mean I don't live in the States? I live in England. It's the same thing, glove. It's the same exact thing. Stop acting like I live in a different planet. I know how the world works. I can read a book. You
I
feel
just
me?
asked you if you lived
Your
in the
heart is at
United
the right
Wait,
place.
States.
she don't stay ahead. She don't care about where you from. We not pro black people, so we don't care about where people
No, I'm
from.
just
Who's pro
asking
Anybody
black?
can.
for any
Look, okay,
type.
No,
Hold on,
I'm
anybody
not
can.
hold on,
pro
no, hold
black.
Anybody
on,
I'm
come
wait,
not
in.
wait,
pro
wait.
black. Let me finish. I'm not pro black. I'm pro humanity. Do you understand?
Okay,
But
Anybody can get in.
the system right now, black people, the data. Do you know what data means? The information. So if you look at the evidence, the facts say if you are black, you're less likely to get a loan. If you are black, you are more likely to face more obstacles. So when we say the system
That's
is
just
not,
not true. Stay
but
ahead.
it is
Now,
true.
now
Okay, I'll
you're
tell you
just
why it's
fucking
true. I'll
throwing
tell
shit
you
in
why
the
it's
air.
true.
just let him finish.
How are you telling
Let him
me it's not
finish.
true? Let me tell
Just
you
let
why
him
it's
finish.
true. Okay, let me tell you why it's true. Let
Hey,
me tell you why
stay
it's
ahead.
true.
You got one more minute, and then Mark is
All right,
next.
bro. Let me tell you why it's true.
Go for
Black
it.
schools are less funded than white schools. That's
Wait.
facts.
Oh my
That's
god.
facts. But it's
What?
facts. I know you don't like the sound of
It's
it,
a
but it's the
I
truth.
had a
Just let him
Philippine go to
finish.
high school with
Just
me.
let
It
him
was a
finish.
Philippine girl go to high school with me. She was in class before us, and she left class before us because she got her stuff done in order.
Oh
And we
my
all had the
God.
same
Okay, the
education.
little girl,
We
the
all had the
little
same
white girl
system,
that goes to
but it was
school with you.
discipline. It was her family taught her. It was the principles they had.
I'm
Shut
not
the fuck
saying
up with the
all
victim
white
shit.
people, Andrea. I'm not saying all white people. I'm saying the
Oh my
white
God, just
people
finish
that
your point so
run the
somebody can go
government, the
next.
white people in positions of power that make the rules and the law have designed it in a way to keep black people in the same situation. Now you might get athletes like King Osa said. Look at LeBron James. You might get a super athlete, just like when the gladiators used to watch the gladiators fight. Like it's entertainment. You get it. But Osa can't run nothing. Osa can't go and say, yo, from now on, black people are gonna get exactly the same funding as white people. He can't say black if a black person's loan is rejected, there needs to be reasons why you have to identify why it's rejected. You can't just reject it. You get it? There's no progress. You're saying everything is fine now. You're saying, oh, my forefathers got their freedom and now I'm free. But unfortunately, you don't know what freedom is. You won't feel your chains till you move. You get it? When you start moving and start building stuff, you'll start feeling the chain. You get it? But now you can't see it. Now you're self-orientalized. And I get you got love in your heart, but you're lost. You feel me? When you say it's okay
So
to say a
affirmative
word like
action isn't
niggardly,
a real thing. Then stay ahead. Is that what you're saying?
am I saying what?
Affirmative action isn't a real thing. Then is that what you're saying?
What do you mean?
You don't know what
Affirmative action
affirmative
isn't a
action
real
is?
thing.
Who did affirmative action actually benefit?
Are you okay?
It
Okay, let me ask
benefits.
Mark
It
something.
doesn't
Mark,
benefit
Mark.
white
Okay,
people. I'll
Mark. Let
tell
me
you
ask you
that.
something. Yeah, why are black schools funded less than white schools? You told
They're
me,
not
innit?
funded less. Okay, that's where you're
Okay,
fundamentally
so I bring up
wrong
the
first and
data.
They
foremost.
Bring
And
up
then
the
are.
you
What
then
are
you.
you
bring up the
Okay,
data
saying?
I
then.
was next. By the way, I was
Okay, so
next.
they are funded less. Are you
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
I'm
Hold
right?
on, guys. Mark was next, guys. Mark's was
Okay, Mark.
next.
Bring up the data that shows they're not
So
funded
there's
less.
there's a lot to unpack here of what he
Yeah.
was saying, but I'm going to start off first by saying it's cultural. And if you guys want to know why it's cultural, it is cultural. Listen to the fucking music you guys listen to. It's
Okay,
not
so
about
you're saying
uplifting.
the
And
music,
stop.
the
Shut
music
up.
owned
Stay
by
ahead. It's my turn to speak.
who
Shut
owns the
up.
labels of the music we
Shut
listen
up,
to?
dude.
Why?
Shut up, dude. Shut up. It's
Like, don't tell
cultural.
me.
This whole thing is cultural. Everything from growing up with a single parent home, all the way down to the music you listen to, and the mentality that you have.
You do realize that
Do you see?
black men are
Now,
in homes, right?
wow.
You do
So
realize that, right?
people can't speak about this
Why are
shit
you muting
because
me? I'm
if
having
the
a
real truth
conversation
really
with him.
fucking hurts. Is
Oh
that
my
it?
God, can y'all wrap it up so somebody else can go after y'all? Because y'all
Hey,
just
Mark, can I
rebuttal
just
into
respond to you?
rebuttal.
1 second.
No, because
Yeah.
he didn't even get to
Mark,
finish. Shut up and let him
Can't even
finish.
speak
one
in here.
second. Just 1 second,
Wait.
yeah.
Y'all cut
No,
Mark
let him
off.
finish.
You got. He has to finish. Mark has to finish.
I
Mark is saying the
appreciate that.
music we listen to. Okay, let me just say something.
No.
Nobody gives
Stay
a shit
ahead.
what you have to say. Stay ahead,
I
okay?
got you.
There's
Stay
a
ahead. I
fundamental
got you. Hold
difference.
on.
Bro, he's
Stay ahead.
lying.
Stay
You're
ahead.
not
Stay
letting
ahead.
me
Stay ahead.
respond.
Stay ahead. Stay ahead. I got you. I'll let Mark say what he has to say. I'll let you rebut, and then we'll go to T-Bone. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you. So when you're asking why is there a difference, a fundamental difference, it's cultural. It's exactly how we're being raised. You have Asian people that are in the exact same thing. Asians are doing a lot better than white people are because of their culture and how they're being raised with their families and their strict, strict studying and so on and so forth with schooling and education. They're doing better than all of us. But it all comes down to what your culture is, what the American black culture actually is, and all it does right now is talk about how much money you can make, how much shit how many people you can rip off, or you can shoot, gangbang, yada yada. It's all cultural. And this is what's sticking inside everybody's head. Shut the fuck up, Stace. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Let somebody else talk.
Can you stop interrupting him?
Guys.
Bro, let me just respond. Also, I'll be one.
No, I'm not asking you to respond. I'm making statements. I'm not asking questions.
It doesn't matter.
I got you. Stay ahead. Just be patient. I got you. Go ahead.
Okay? And it's the sad part. Young black children are being raised to being fearful of white people. And this is the truth. They really are. And there's no fear to be there whatsoever. We have politicians. It's not all white politicians in power. There's a lot of black politicians in power as well. Why aren't they changing this shit up?
Okay.
You guys had a black president. Why didn't he change shit up?
Bro, you're giving...
No, because I go after him, so please be quiet.
The bottom line here that we're all talking about, again, everyone hates to talk about this, but it's called classism, not racism. Everyone hates to talk. Now that's the problem that we're all facing right now. We all know it. We all see it. People don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about the gangbangers out there. People don't want to talk about the fathers that are. Holy Christ, stay ahead. You know what? The longer you interrupt me, the longer I go. Do you understand?
And then also, it's uneven. It's uneven up here. Phoenix. I mean, not Phoenix, but Vixen. I gotta drop you.
I didn't even get a chance to say anything, so I'm.
Did you?
Vixen didn't say. Okay, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Like, shut the fuck up.
This guy just keeps yelling. Let me just.
I'll just wait because again, you can see it when you. Why is there a difference between somebody coming in from Mexico, starting up a small business, and doing relatively well? When they're immigrating from Mexico, why are they able to do that in a white so-called supremacist country or nation? Sorry, how is that possible? It isn't. See, it all has to do with your mentality. Exactly what Andrea was saying. It's all about your mentality. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Wow, you listen. You're from the UK. You have no idea what the fuck you're even talking about.
Okay, let me real quick, Mark.
No. I gotta respond. I'm sorry.
All right, exactly. Don't mute me.
You have to.
Okay.
No. Stop muting. Stop
muting me. Please. Look, you also, your mods don't like don't like the other side or the truth.
No, I got you. Listen. Cool. From now on, hold on. Let me say this real quick. From now on, guys, do not mute. Go ahead, stay ahead.
All right, cool. He brought up Mexico, which they're trying to build a wall on. Mexicans do, but anyway, forget that. Let's talk about the music. This guy is talking about black culture being bad music. The record labels are owned by white folks. Those white folks only allow certain type of music. So people like artists like Immortal Technique that talk about facts. Artists like Low Key and stuff. Those kind of people will never be pushed.
Yo.
Let me
Bad
talk.
Boy Records is not owned by white people. Just an FYI. Bad Boy Records.
Let me talk. Let me give you the facts.
Let me give you the facts, man. Hold on, Mark.
Let me give you the facts, Mark, because you don't like it. The labels that own the music records, that push the music that most youth listen to, is owned by white people, and the type of music that they push through is designed to put people in prison. It isn't black.
Why don't you name it? Okay, name a record that's actually owned by white people right now. Name
Interscope.
It. Okay, and who actually runs that?
What are you talking about?
What kind of music do they produce?
Artist. What are you talking about, bro?
Because you have Bad Boy Records. Hold on. I can name off 5 different record companies that are black owned and black.
Shut up on the internet. You're giving.
Hold on, guys. I need y'all to mute real quick.
You don't want to hear facts.
I have to say this. You
don't want to hear facts.
I'm gonna tell you facts,
bro. Okay. Also, I want to say one last thing.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You see the black community in Britain compared to the black community in America. We are much ahead of you in terms of we never self-orientalize. We know what we are. You get it? For some reason, the black folks in America want to be American. You are American also. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
You're an American immigrant. You get it?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, yeah, the people who own the system in America, the elites in the system have put these systems in place from music. There's no revolution there's no music about revolution. That's not allowed. You know why? because that will create change. The government and the people on top don't want that. So
Do
it's
you know
only
how many
certain
suburban
artists.
kids listen to our music and their communities is not like our communities? Like what? Self-control, self-discipline,
What?
self-accountability.
But hold on,
Wait,
one quick. I have to say
wait,
this.
wait,
I have
wait,
to.
wait,
I have
wait,
to say
wait.
this. Guys. I have to
Yo,
say
why is
this.
Andrea talking to
This
me,
is the
bro?
host. This is the host. I have to say a point from Mark and then from Stay Ahead because they both made interesting points. Here's the reality, and people are not going to like the truth, but it is what it is. The record companies now are satanic. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. The people who control these record companies are satanic.
What
I will
color
say
are
that.
they, Osa? What color skin are they?
We're gonna get into that in a minute.
They're
Hold on.
white. Are they not?
Hold on. We're gonna get into that in a minute. So I have to watch my words carefully, okay? Because again, live might get taken down. So I have to prepare my words carefully. So the record company, unfortunately, most of them, the vast majority, are satanic. And they use artists in order to perpetuate a particular satanic agenda. It is what it is. You see, I'm going to say it again. The people who control the record industry are satanic, and ultimately their goal is to destroy humanity, right?
Exactly.
They promote these artists. And then again, I have to throw accountability because again, at the same time, you have two dynamics going on. You have a lot of these artists that come from a poor background, and so when they're thrown 100,000 for like an advance, they're taking it in most cases. You know why? Because in most cases, it's more money than they've ever seen in their fucking life. So they take it and they sell their souls, and they're promoting bad shit.
So why is this white boy saying that's our culture?
But
Why are
hold
you
on a
letting him
second.
say that?
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Why is this white boy?
Wait a minute, guys.
Oh,
Y'all can't
you
interrupt the
don't like that.
host. You guys can interrupt the host. Hold on a second. So this is more money than a lot of these people seen in their life. They take the money, but they sell their souls to do it. You know what Cardi B said on an Instagram live? You know what she said? She said out of her own mouth that she would not let her kids listen to her music. So hold on, motherfucker. Let me get this straight. You're gonna promote WAP, there's some girl in this house, this WAP, all this other negative shit. You're gonna promote it to our kids. But when it comes to your own fucking kids, you're saying you're not gonna let them listen to this shit? Do you know how hypocritical that sounds? Do you know how fucking hypocritical that sounds? Okay, you profited.
No.
You made your fucking money.
No,
You made.
I disagree. Cardi B is a grown woman and she can produce music to whoever. The issue is that parents are not subjecting their kids into what's right. Like we said, it starts in the household.
Oh my
So if
God,
parents
sir,
are
can
not
you
watching
mute
their
your mic?
children and are not monitoring their children, that becomes the issue. It's the parents themselves. It's not Cardi B's fault that their 5-year-old is listening to WAP or that that someone's 4-year-old is listening to Sexy Red. That's the parent. Hold up, I'm speaking. I don't know why people are cutting me off.
No, but you cut me off.
That's the parent. Why is the 3-year-old listening to Sexy Red? That's the parent. That's not.
I'm gonna let you go next. Conservatina. So don't lose that thought. So you did kind of cut me off, but you're passionate, so I respect that, and you're my mod, so
Can I go
I'll
after?
give you that. But the thing is, and before I pass the mic on to Tina, is that yes, I will acknowledge that it's a parent's responsibility to raise their kids. However, I cannot remove accountability from the people that are putting forth this negative hip hop, this negative music. They both have responsibilities. So it's the record company, these demons who put the fucking shit out, and they know who they are. And then the artists have a culpability because they are putting out negative shit and they're selling out to do it. But then also it's the parents' responsibility to raise their kids correctly. You are correct. So
But hold on, King Osa, let me please let me just go interrupt this real quick because
No,
again,
Mark, no one wants to
who
hear you,
owns?
man. Wait
Shut
your
up, Stay.
turn, man.
Who
You
owns the
verbalist.
record companies?
Osa, it's the other girl.
Okay, now we know the
I
majority.
can't say that on here.
The majority of people that
Osa, let the
own.
I
other
can't
woman
say that
speak.
on here. I
Osa,
can't
Why
let
say
the
not?
other
Why
woman
can't we,
speak.
Osa? Why can't we?
because you know they have control. I can't.
I know they do, but the
Osa,
thing
why
is,
is the music cut again?
they don't
This guy's
claim
just
to
going
be
on
white.
monologues.
They
He's
don't
going on.
claim to be white.
Yeah,
The people they do not
I
claim
can't say it.
whiteness.
If I do,
So
I'm gonna
get your shit straight. Stay ahead because they don't
Yo,
claim to be
Mark,
white.
go
And
cry me
find
a
out where
river.
they're
Go
from.
cry me a river, Mark.
Can
Well,
somebody else
we
go,
go cry you a
please?
river. You see, you
verbalist.
can't
You're
go
a
to the truth.
verbalist.
You don't know
I'm
what the
getting
truth
muted. I
is.
can't even speak to you. I'm not allowed
You
to.
don't even know what truth is. You dumbass.
Oh my God.
Oh, you go
You
here.
dumbass.
Here,
You dumbass.
go ahead,
Oh,
Tina.
I don't know what they were just rambling about, but as far as what you were saying, Osa, I don't blame Cardi B. I blame parents. I will always blame it when it comes to the family household. Black girls playing the Sexy Red and singing along with it. That right there entirely is the parents' fault. I'm not gonna blame Sexy Red. She produces her music. That's clearly something that's made for grown folk. If teenagers or little kids are listening to that, clearly it's a parental issue. You're not caring for your kids. You're not watching your kids, so they're just doing anything and listening to anything because you don't
that at the
have
grocery
full
store.
supervision.
Your kids fought at the grocery
Why are
store
you
when you go there.
yapping? Go ahead and shut the fuck up. Anyways, so
You're
clearly it's a
acting like
parental issue. I'm not blaming somebody that they don't know. How was he able to unmute? Stop unmuting yourself. Anyways, exactly, like, I don't get it. This is an accountability thing. If you can't learn to understand that these are their children and that you are the parent and that this is a you thing, instead of blaming some random person that doesn't even know you or your child, that is exactly your issue. You have a victim mentality. You can't just say that it's a me thing, that it's you. Like, damn. You can skip me. Go ahead. Next person.
You think you ate, but you didn't. You just talk.
Bro, shut up
Why am
before
I
I
being-
drop you. How can you mute? Stop
Oath is
talking.
cool with me. Oath is cool with me.
Brit, stop talking, Brit.
You can't
See, I didn't
unmute.
drop him.
You can't.
I did not undrop
I
him.
did. Stay ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you back up here. Re-request. Stay ahead. Stay ahead. Re-request. You can't unmute while showtime is happening. If you do, I have to drop you. I have to restore order. I'm sorry. Everybody gotta speak. You might not like the ops. I gotta let them speak. I'm sorry. You know, whether you're left or right, I gotta let all y'all speak. I have to. It's only fair. So stay ahead, please. Mute. Only when it's your turn. Otherwise, I have to drop you. Have to.
Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, King Osa. You know exactly where I was going with that as to who actually owns these record companies. They don't claim to be white. They're from the Middle East. We all know exactly who I'm talking about. So they don't claim whiteness whatsoever. Stay ahead. You open your mouth, you're going to get dropped, man. Now,
Don't talk to me like that, bro.
At the end of the, I could talk to you any way I want to, brother.
Stay ahead. You gotta stay muted, bro. Re-request again, please. Go ahead.
So it's kind of interesting that as soon as you bring up a good point, King Osa, about the kind of music that people are listening to, that they're allowing their kids to listen to, she won't even let her own children listen to that. I find that very interesting.
She said that shit on an IG live, and I was watching it.
I know, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I find that hypocritical as well. It's actually quite interesting that, you know, I grew up listening to Eazy-E, NWA, Ice Cube, the whole nine. I grew up to them. This is who we are. That's what we grew up to. That's the kind of music we listen to. It was hate rap. And it was. There was a lot of things going out there talking about shooting and doing unalivings and all this other shit. But we didn't take it to heart like that. But if you were to listen to it 24/7, all day, all night, and being told by your parents or being told by society that you must hate a certain ethnicity because they're oppressing you, that's the problem. And I can't imagine living like that. I couldn't imagine being raised like that because I'm going to be honest, being white guy, I wasn't raised that way. We weren't raised that way. And that's why I'm saying it's all culturally. The American culture, the Black American culture is being raised to hate, being raised to be bigoted towards the white man. But you guys aren't bigoted towards Mexicans or Japanese, the ones that actually really don't like you, or even any Asian people that really don't like you, that actually still have racism shit. But you guys won't talk about them because they're considered POCs. That's fucking hilarious to me. That is such...
Okay, I don't think calling out racism is being bigoted towards white people, but also, Mark, when it's your turn again, could you please show a stat that shows evidence that rap causes violence in the Black community? And if that is the case, what about video games towards white kids who go up and end up pew-pewing schools up? Can you show a stat? And you can move past me. Please and thank you.
And Elena, it's happy to have you here. You know what I mean? I haven't seen you in a while. It's happy to have you in this space. You know, like I said, I want to make sure everything is fair and equitable for everybody else. So it's happy to have you here. We might not agree on stuff, but it's happy to have you here on the panel. So,
well, thank you for allowing us up.
No problem.
I don't think the N-word is acceptable anywhere, even if it's in retaliation. I'm really tired of the school pew-pew rhetoric. It's old. Since the 80s, there's been 86 of them out of millions and millions and millions. 86 white, 26 black. It's just getting old. I think we all need to just stop separating each other because we're not going to get anywhere. I do acknowledge that there are some systemic issues and they are not okay. So how can we work together to fix them?
Absolutely, I agree with that. For the people who have just tuned in, I'm at 62.6K likes. We got to get those likes up, okay? Get me to at least 85 or 90K likes, right? If you're liking the content, please tap the screen and share the live. Also, I have my little Galaxy Live goal up here. You know, you guys can donate to that, or you don't have to. It's okay. It's totally of your own free will. If you want to gift any of the panelists, feel free to do so. Make sure you tap the screen and share the live. So I'll go to the next person. Go ahead. Boom. You're next. Hello.
Is it me?
Hello. No, not you, stay ahead. It's this person up here. They're not saying anything though. Sir? Sir going once. Sir going
Yo,
twice.
hello, I'm here. Sorry, I
There
didn't
we
know
go.
you pulled me up. First, I
Yeah, go
gotta
ahead.
say, and I couldn't wait to get in the panel with Stay Ahead. This dude wants so bad to be American. Maybe you should butt out of the conversation
Why would I
and
want to be American?
get in
Stay
TikTok
ahead. You
Live
gotta
UK.
mute.
You can't
One
control
you have one
yourself.
chance, stay ahead. You got one chance.
And I wish we would take a poll every time he comes into a room, how long it'll take him to say self-orientalizing. So I get tired of hearing that bullshit. Then I'm gonna say this: when I first came up, I heard this whole conversation about somebody getting doxxed. What I want to know is why people want to come up here, private accounts, no pictures of themselves, run their damn mouth, say all kinds of racist ass shit, but then want to be worried about being doxxed. If you can't stand on what you're saying with your face, then stop saying it. Otherwise, you're just trying to be provocative. I'll get back in there and just listen.
Why are you running away? You might as well stay.
All right. So first of all, I find it absolutely crazy that when we first started this conversation, it was about the accountability factor. Then we talked about the culture of those individuals. If we take a look at the data, I don't even need to say nothing. White people are listening to rap music more than what black people are and consuming it at a higher rate. That would then beg the question of why are they not having the same problems? Oh, now you want to come back to accountability. See, once we get into the accountability factor, that's when y'all start bringing up Cardi B. Y'all realize that it's not just music that influences shit. There's also fucking TV shows. There's also movies. So should we ban Family Guy? No. And I'm sure that the inventor of
Well,
Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, wouldn't be having his fucking children watch Family Guy.
hold on. I gotta push
Hold,
back
hold
on
on,
that.
no,
And I
no.
will
Oh,
give
so you
you
gotta let me finish,
I'll
bro.
give you encore.
Oh,
I'll give you encore. I will give it to you. I
oh,
promise.
fuck.
I promise. I promise I'll give it to you. So, you know, the Family Guy is people might argue that that's anti-Christian and it promotes like leftist rhetoric because Seth MacFarlane he's an atheist. You do know that, right? Just like Matt Groening of The Simpsons. Did you know that?
Okay, Elsa.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm away from my encore, bro, because that's great.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
away from my encore.
I got in the middle of your thought train. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'll give you an encore though, brother. Hold on. Let me wrap you up.
Also, you need to get it together because you be letting people go before other people that wasn't even up here. But anyways, I just want to speak on somebody said something. I don't know if they're still up here, but they said something about medical racism. And I just wanted to say, y'all need to stop bringing that argument up because anytime someone asks you to give actual articles, especially articles that are, or anything that is 100% pertaining to, let's just say the last 2-3 years, none of you can ever do so. It's always old cases, and medical racism does not happen as much as y'all believe it does. The issue is that a lot of black people go to these doctors and they have these preconceived notions that these doctors are not going to help them because they are white tea doctors and they are black, so they're not going to get the best treatment. And they will lie to their doctors about things such as smoking and drinking and how many sex partners they have. Don't know if I can say that, but I already said it. But and they can't get the treatment that they need because they have lied to their doctors. So how would you get treatment that you need if the doctor doesn't even know what they're giving you treatment for?
It's my turn, Osa.
No. It's T-Bone and then you.
Yeah, so
Hello.
just to be clear, then we go back to the accountability factor. The point being is that just because someone produces something that is intended for an adult fucking group does not mean that we should be demonizing those people for what they're creating. Like even if it's anti-Christian, anti this, whatever the case may be, are you saying that Christians should no longer be able to create a content in America? This is ridiculous. Now you're just saying that there's a component to black people who don't hold themselves accountable for anything. By the way, you bringing up medical racism was stupid because just because we don't have articles means absolutely nothing because we have data on this. And the data is there for the individuals who know it and for the individuals who don't. You recognize that you can experience medical racism without actually knowing it? That is the craziest claim that I've ever made. And then you went on to say, well, it's because these people aren't being disclosed about their sex partners. So now you're saying that black people, let's capture this for a second. Y'all talked about how we teach our children to fight. So you're saying that black people are more prone to violence. You say that we don't hold our people accountable. And now we've gotten to the point where y'all are saying that black people lie. Now black people are just more prone to lying? This is fucking ridiculous. And it's sick as fuck if you want me to be honest. Like y'all got to do better. Yeah, anytime we bring the stats, anytime we bring the reality, the data, the articles, y'all just throw that shit out the window for logic. But even in this simple analogy about the logic of adult fucking movies or adult fucking songs, y'all can't even hold yourselves consistent. It crumbles at the core. So what's really at heart here? Is it that you want to excuse racism? Like this shit is beyond me, bro.
Oh, so what? It's my turn, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. I want T-Bone is right. The data doesn't lie. This female right now that was talking about medical racism, she said it doesn't exist. Black women during pregnancy and giving birth, they die more often than white people. 3 times or 4 times more. Why are people ignoring the data and saying no, that's just a coincidence? And as for Mark and the other guy that came on and start saying, yeah, like stay ahead, he always says this, bro. Mark is a white person. I understand where his head is at. You get it? His head is at, yo, we need to go back to the old times. As if you're a black person and you do not support the whole freedom for black people, meaning exactly same rights, yeah, then you're worse than a house brother because the house brother was acting out of fear. You are acting out of complete stupidity. You get it? You are worse. You are worse. You get it to the community. You're not worth my breath, bro.
Is there anything else you wanted to say? You're on mute.
Also, yeah. Also, it's so sad you got these kind of folks on your platform, bro. EDL, Tommy Robinson, haters, you get it? They just got hate in their heart, bro. They are absolutely done out here. Giving verbal on the net. Also, you as a black person as well, brother. I know you got this platform and you always there's black people that come in here and try to make you understand, but deep down I hope you're trolling us. I hope deep down in your heart you know what the truth is. People like Sir and Mark, people, why are you muting me? Why are these moderators muting me? They don't
No. You
like to
got
hear
your
it.
time right now. Your time right now.
Oh,
Stay ahead. Yeah, your time right now. That's why. Go ahead, Vixen.
First of all, I'm tired of y'all saying that I said medical racism doesn't exist. That's not what I said. What I said is it's not happening on a large scale like y'all make it seem. And if you went to the doctor's office or you had anything to do such as medical care or any type of first-hand experience, you
address the
know
data.
how many
Address the
people.
data.
Stop fucking talking to me. Shut
Address the
up.
data. Why you just
Shut
want?
up. Damn.
I warned you. Stay ahead. I warned you.
Y'all would know how many people actually, and that's not even just black people going to doctors and not telling them stuff. There are white people who also do that. Okay, there are white people who also experience medical racism, especially in nursing homes. I worked in nursing homes. Okay, I have firsthand experience. The white people experience medical racism more than any of the black residents that were in there, okay? But like I said, y'all go to these doctors with these notions that these doctors are not going to help you because you are black and they're white and they don't want to help you and they don't believe you. No, stop lying to your doctors and tell them, especially the smoking. That was a lot of people's biggest issue. They would lie about smoking and not get the proper care that they needed. I can't think of what it's called, but it's something that a lot of people have now because they smoke and they can no longer smoke. You can look it up, but no, I'm not going to sit here and argue with y'all over some shit that I didn't say. I never said it didn't happen. I just said it's not happening on this large scale that y'all making it seem like it happens. You know why? Because medical racism is illegal. But y'all too fucking stupid to understand that.
You got time left.
I'm straight. Whatever I have to say to somebody, they can go ahead and do their little rebuttal.
Okay. No problem.
So I don't think the problem is that people are so-called lying to these medical professions to not get anything done. Again, these people don't even listen to us when we're inside the motherfucking doctor's office, emergency rooms. Ask how many black mothers then actually went through preeclampsia and didn't have to actually go through preeclampsia. Why? Because they don't listen to us. The stats are out there. Look them up for yourself. You want to sit up here and say medical racism doesn't exist? Baby, I work in it. I see it every day, and I see how they treat these patients. And it's not right at all. They don't give a damn. They feel like we don't give a damn about our lives, so they don't give a damn about ours. I see it on an everyday basis. Sources, bitch, go look up, damn. I am drawing a blank right now. I'll bring it back up when it's my turn to come back around. But bottom line is, it happens to us. It really does. And just because you may have a little bit of money, it happens to them as well. Ask Beyonce, ask Serena Williams, ask fucking LeBron James. Didn't he just have somebody plaster nigga on his fucking garage door? So why are we sitting here acting like don't nothing happen? Like, it's just everything's all peachy clean right now. No, you can skip me.
She said black people
I
lie. That's crazy.
Hold on, because let me speak for myself. Because first of all, I never once said that it didn't happen. What I said is it's not happening on this large scale that it is. And you yourself just said that you work in the field and you see how they're treating people. So you mean to tell me that you're not recording any of this? You're not taking down any documentation?
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, of course I cannot record anything because if I record, that's going against my license, and I can get locked up for that.
You care so much. You care so much about your people.
Do we not remember that part?
Because you're not going to interrupt
I
me.
can advocate, and that's what I do.
Hold on. Because you yourself are 100% behind your people, and you're upset that they're being treated this way, right?
No,
yet you aren't doing anything to help.
Yo. Hold on, yo. Hold up.
I know exactly what HIPAA laws are.
I advocate for my
I just said I do healthcare.
Guys, the host is talking.
Hold on. Yeah, we gotta chill with the over muting if possible, and then also we gotta chill with the over talking as well. So try to make sure everyone gets a chance to go back and forth. Go ahead.
To answer your question, I advocate for all of my patients very well. Absolutely. And if I see that they being treated unfair, I absolutely speak the fuck up. That's what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
So what makes you different than everyone else? You don't
what
think
do you
other
mean
people
what makes me
speak up?
different?
Well, you don't think that
I
other
realize that
people will
medical
speak up if they're not being
racism
treated
happens.
right?
That's why.
Well, okay, hold on. But
a lot of people, somebody said it
said,
earlier. Hold on, Mark. Somebody said it earlier. A lot of people don't even realize that it's even happening to them.
But hold on. But Miss Passion, why is it that you have this ultimate sense of when somebody's being mistreated? You don't think other people of different ethnicities will have the same sense as you and have the same morals as you and background as you? Say, listen, if this person is being treated wrong, I'm going to speak out about it. White people aren't demons. We're not going to sit there and say, "Oh, this is a black person; they deserve to be treated."
Did I say that white people are demons?
No, I didn't say you said that.
No,
but I'm saying,
sir. Wait a minute.
So the black people are also discriminating.
Wait a minute. I will say this.
Hold on.
Because I'm furthering my education. I will say this. The same books that they have used for over the same years, the same ones that keep saying that black people don't we can tolerate pain better than fucking white people. They're still going based upon those same books today. It's 2024.
Okay. At the end of the day, like I said, Miss Passion, like I said, and I asked you the question, you think you're the only one that has morals and value and people that and ethics?
Did I say that though?
Well, no, but I mean, you're making it sound like only certain ethnicities have these morals, and that
No, she's not. Wait, just to clear things up, she's not making it sound like anything. You're drawing your own interpretation. Hold on just a second, because I was speaking, and I have an echo, so I just want to get this out real quick. Please, just let me get this out, because I have an echo. I have a echo, and I'm trying to speak quickly so that y'all can get back to this and it don't mess nothing up. Specifically, what she said is that they're experiencing medical racism. Racism is going to be blind, right? There doesn't have to be an intention behind this. So she's not stating that individuals are experiencing racism because white people are demons. She's saying that this is just the reality based off of the data and based off of the system. That is literally... Tell me how it's wrong. Tell me how it's wrong.
That's such fucking
you trying to say Vixen was saying black people lie about doctors and stuff, and all she was saying
She did.
Real quick. When we smoke bud, we don't tell the doctors that we do. I just started telling the doctors that so they can know everything about me.
This is the host, real quick. Nelly, request real quick.
Okay.
Please. I'm gonna cycle you out real fast.
So then you're admitting that you think that black people lie more than white people to the fucking doctors, Andrea.
Hold on.
What?
If they're
No.
opposite, hold on, guys.
You don't. Most people don't tell. It's not even just black people.
This is the host again.
When you smoke bud or something, you don't tell doctors.
This is the host again.
Andrea.
This is the host again. Hold on. So, guys, if you are opposition, please type 1 in the chat if you are in the request. I'm taking ops only. I want to make sure that the panel is even. If you are op, please type 1.
And how many people do y'all know, black people, if y'all around black people that sell pills, that got people that sell pills, and that's a part of our culture.
Yes, I'm an op.
That's happening in our culture. Y'all want to act like we so holy, we Michelle Obama,
and I have numbers,
and this and that. And no, it's
medical
not.
racism.
People go and complain about stuff, and it's not just black people. People go and complain about stuff to get blues, to get Xannies, to get perks, to get this, to get that. We not know high. America is not no high almighty. Like, fuck out of here.
Okay, so again, the data is going to tell you that we are being unjustly treated as it pertains to. Hold on just a second, Victor. I promise I'll be quick. So if what you're saying is true, because you said that everybody fucking do it, right? The data is telling you that we're experiencing this higher. So again, I'm gonna ask you the question. If the data is showing that black people are experiencing this higher, are you saying that black people are more prone to lying to their primary care physician?
Yes.
Why do you keep talking to somebody who didn't even bring up the topic?
Yes.
Like, and again, like I just said, I'm gonna say this for the umpteenth time, okay? I never once said that medical racism doesn't exist. I never once said that. So I would like people to stop saying that, because I didn't say that. What I said is it's not happening on this large scale that people like to try to make it seem like it is. Because anytime somebody brings up racism, their first thing is either going to be something that happens with the police or medical racism. And then when I ask you, okay, so give me some articles or give me some information about people that have reported this medical racism, and none of y'all can ever do that. It's always just go look it up for yourself or find these numbers. Be for real.
Do you want the numbers?
Hold on. Numbers don't lie, men do, and men also lie about numbers. So you can bring up your stats all you want, and stats can be adjusted.
What we looking at?
Oh, this is from the CDC. I know everybody knows that's a credible source. And this is the birth mortality rate for black women. At the top is 69.9%, and then non-Hispanic white women are 26.6%. So that is at a disproportionate rate. In 2021, that's the latest that it came out with. I know you're gonna go. I know you're gonna try. I know you're gonna try to disprove. I know you're gonna try to argue numbers and say it's not real and it doesn't exist, but you ask for numbers. So here you go. These are numbers. 69% is a disproportionate rate.
And it all can be picked apart. Period. Peer review can be picked apart.
Wait, what can be from the CDC? This is the CDC.
Let me interrupt.
The numbers.
Oh my God! Can y'all stop?
Let me just interrupt this real quick, because again, these numbers are showing what? What is this compared to? Is like
I just told you this is
how is that? Hold on, let
birth
me finish.
mortality
Let me
rate.
finish.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah,
finish.
birth mortality rate. Are they taking into account the lifestyle of the people? Are they taking account? Are they smokers? Are they taking into
Not
account
no
the weight?
lifestyle, sir.
Are they taking account all of these?
Oh, they're taking into account race. They're taking into account. This is a
But they're
white
not taking
woman.
into account the health of the
This
person.
is a black person. Of course, you're going to try
They're
to argue
not
numbers. They're discussing race. They're discussing this is a black woman, this is a white woman, and if these people go into the doctor, what are you talking about? If they're going to count smoking, everybody, not everybody, but black like smoking is not by race. And then certain health outcomes is because these people are not getting the same care as other people because it's not offered to them. So Beyonce went through medical racism. Do you think that she had all these healthcare bad outcomes? Do you think Serena Williams, who went through medical racism and almost unalive, both her and Beyonce, did not have bad medical outcomes? So your argument makes no fucking sense. You can skip the rest of my time. I want to come up and prove these numbers since somebody, what, Vix? I don't, whoever that was, Vixen, talking about it doesn't exist and it only happened so long ago. 2021 is not that long ago. My daughter was born.
Oh, my bad. You said skip you, so I did. If you want encore, I'll give you that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, it's kind of it's laughable that he's bringing up Beyonce and Serena, the ones that have millions upon millions of dollars, that would clearly have the best healthcare they could possibly have. So that's disingenuous. But honestly, what that stat is showing, it doesn't show the kind of health that the person was in the first place. It doesn't show if they were smokers, if they were overweight, what their lifestyle was, yada, yada, yada. That is the problem that's happening, that we have with these stats, that they can be skewed so easily, and people automatically come to an assumption that, oh, it must be racist. That is absolutely not true whatsoever. And exactly like I believe it was Vixen saying, it's not as apparent as everyone's making it, the medical malpractices that are happening. Now, I do have a question I do want to ask you personally, if you're okay. Why don't you see the amount of racism, or why haven't you experienced what the majority of the panel that's against what we're talking about, why haven't you experienced that, if indeed it wasn't cultural, or if it didn't start at home? Why do we have people that are black, that are doing extremely well in life, that don't view the world the way some of these panel members view it? What is the fundamental difference? Oh, so you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm working. So what was the question? Sorry.
Why is it that your upbringing and the way you view America is different, as a black man, is different than some of these people in the panel?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with what people were exposed to. I think what tends to happen is everyone has a worldview based on their personal experience of what has happened to them, and then unfortunately, with a lot of institutions of higher learning, they come at a lot of the historical information with the leftist lens. That's why most people sort of have the views that they do politically in terms of how they view systemic racism and things of that nature. That's why they believe the things that they believe, which they're well within their rights to. I understand where they're coming from. So I respect what it is that they believe in, but it's just obviously I have a very centered view in terms of how I look at the world. I see the world as it is, not how I want it to be. It's just there's a reality, and the reality is that it's a very nuanced thing. Yes, racism does exist, colonialism exists, but I think the enemies, the people at the top 1%, they're perpetuating all of the harm. They're really our common enemy. That's really the thing. And until we really come together to be able to understand that, we're going to constantly blame, okay, well, look at these black people, they're doing this. Look at these white people, they're doing this. Oh, look at these women, they're doing this. Oh, look at these men, they're part of the patriarchy. They're preserving heterosexual white supremacist norms, things of that nature. It's all this division. And a lot of it has been taught to you by the mainstream media and through academia. So hopefully that answers the question there. Is somebody next? I don't know if somebody's next or not. Let me see. You know what, Elaine? What I'll do is I'll give you an encore because I know I talked over you, so I apologize. I'll give you an encore.
The whole thing about the medical discrimination within the medical field, the question is, are people of color at a disadvantage in the United States? Every American deals with medical discrimination. Everybody in the world deals with medical discrimination. That's not something exclusive to quote unquote people of color. So this argument is dumb. I don't know. We've been sitting here for a while and I don't understand why this is an argument. Look at the prompt. Look at the prompt. It's not just black people. So what is our point? Elaine, I'm pretty sure Elaine made the point about prove how rap is violent. I don't get how that is a possible question to say no to. We've seen the influence on rap and what it does to specifically black boys and as well as black girls. We see it tons and tons again. What do you mean no? Look at drill rap. Where do you think these boys get the idea that they want to act cool and now they want to get pew-pews and they want to smoke and do vapes and they want to get the newest clothes and these new shoes all the time? Like, where do you think they get this from? Mid-air? No. Influence. Media is the biggest influence for them. So what do you mean rap is not violent? Rap literally tells them to go shooting around folk. This is literally what they do. Literally what they do. So to say rap is not violent, no, not all of it's violent, but there is violence in them. And to say it doesn't have that is absolutely insane. It's literally insane. These role models that literally have a strap on them tons of times is crazy. The biggest rappers we know, taken away, their life taken away by a gun, by another black person, by another black rapper. But somehow, no, rap is not violent.
So I never said rap wasn't violent. I just said back up your claim with the source saying that it promotes violence and it causes people to be violent. You have to give a source. You can't just state an opinion and think it's a fact. And going back to what Mark said, when you said Messy Eddie was disingenuous talking about bringing up Serena and Beyonce, no, he's not. He's literally telling you it does not matter how much money you have, you could still face medical racism. Anyway, you can wrap up my time, please.
Okay, no problem. Hold on. There we go.
This is what I find to be so hypocritical, and this is why I can't stand debating some of you conservatives. But you're purposely obtuse, right? We're sitting here having a conversation about medical racism and bringing up data, because let's be clear, we're the only ones who are providing it. And your response, Mark, is to try to pick this apart because of variables that weren't accounted for. Bring up any fucking data. There is infinite amount of variables that cannot be fucking accounted for. If you ever went to college, these are the things that they teach you. You can't account for every single variable in data. And please bring up data so that I can do this and deconstruct everything that you're saying, which, by the way, you won't do because let's be clear. If you bring that up, you're going to lose the argument, kind of like you're doing with this. Because when we draw the correlation to say, and by the way, the prompt says people of color at a disadvantage. So we're focusing on people of color. And specifically what we saw indisputably within the data is that black people are at a disadvantage as it pertains to medical racism. Now, we looked at the numbers and it said that black people are at a disadvantage because of the higher mortality rate at giving birth. And you tried to pick apart all these other things to say, well, this is the correlation as to why and blase, 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 and this is not what these are the variables that aren't put in there. But when we talk about rap, you automatically want to draw the correlation between these individuals that are making music and the culture. But no one can draw that correlation because here's a variable that I can point out for you. Before the 1960s, we were experiencing the exact same amount of crime in our neighborhoods before rap became an issue, before rap was even invented. So if this is the case, explain to me why before the 1960s, we still had these issues within the black community in the inner cities. Explain that variable to me, Mark.
Hello. All right. So to Elaine, talking to Tina. First of all, we're black. We've been up around black people our whole life. We don't have to look through statistics and history books to see what goes on around us. As far as the medical practice, I'm a black person. I've been around black people my whole life for 30 years. Every black person I know that got pregnant, they was fine. Every black person that needed a kidney or something like that, they was fine. So all that statistic stuff don't matter to me. When it comes to the I hate Showtime, make me lose all my points. Ugh. When it comes to shit. Fuck it, just skip me. I lost all my points.
I'll skip you, no problem. But you got this, Andrea. You got this. You got this, Queen. You got this.
Yeah, but I just lost all my points. I'm just over it.
You didn't lose your points. You
Huh?
still got points. You didn't lose your points. You still have them. Just in Showtime, you can't see all of your points for some reason. I don't know why.
Right. So I'm just, cause I had some very good ones, but I'm gonna just, when they come back to me, I'll say them.
But guess
I'm
what?
sorry
There's
about
some.
that.
Listen, hold on. There's something I need to tell you. It's really important. It's really important. You ready?
Mhm.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Passion.
Hello. So I'm seeing that again. T-Bone's absolutely right. Everyone is showing their stats, and that I even just went and looked up some more shit myself about medical racism. But everyone who keeps saying that we all disingenuous, like, please show me where black folks don't have the say so for a lot. Please skip me though, because I'm just like Andrea. I had everything in my mind, but I forgot just that quick.
Vixen, you're there. Hello.
Oh, now I finally get to go after years and years of listening to other people just continue to lie and tell me what I said. I never once. Y'all are very ignorant people, and it's pissing me off because I never once said it didn't happen. What I said is it's not happening on this large scale that y'all are making it seem like it is, because it's not. Be for real. I want y'all to entirely be for real. So so you mean to tell me that of all the things that we could be talking about, medical racism is one of them, and none of you have anybody that has come up or come out and said they've experienced medical racism and they're suing this hospital because they didn't get the care that they needed? No, because it's not happening that way. Like I said, people go to doctors and they lie about the things that they do. One of them factoring into why a lot of people have health issues, it's just because it's smoking. Somebody told me earlier what it was, but I don't remember. Again, a lot of black people were just diagnosed with it, especially in my state, for not telling the doctors that they were smoking marijuana. And now they can't smoke anymore, and they were getting sick, they were throwing up, they couldn't eat, they couldn't hold down fluids. So like I said, I never once said that it didn't exist. I know it exists. I've experienced it. I said that. I work in a nursing home. I've experienced it. I've experienced white tea people experience medical racism before any of the black people that were in these nursing homes experience it. They didn't get the proper care. A lot of them were unalived because they didn't get the care that they needed. But guess what? I spoke up. They got it together. They're under new management. And I no longer work there just because I didn't want to be associated with them. But y'all be sitting up here making fucking excuses as to why y'all can't never say anything because, oh, we're just going to be broken out of business. No, there are plenty of other things that you can do. Y'all just ignorant ass black people who never want to speak up unless y'all on the internet arguing with people. Shut the fuck up talking to me.
Vixen is a goofy. She just up here to speak for real, dog. I'm talking Japanese out the ass.
Yeah, Tom,
Can I
but
just
Tom,
say
kind of sounds like
real
you.
Wait, hold
quick,
on, wait, hold
At
on.
the end of the day, it's kind of interesting that
Mark, be quiet because you said some
Messy
stupid
shut
Osa,
up.
shit.
It's kind of
Osa,
interesting that you
sorry.
brought me up.
Yes.
No, no,
Thanks
I'm
for
going to
inviting me
respond.
back. I'm going to
Wait,
church, so I'll be back in an hour or two, and I'll come
All right,
replace.
have
I'd like
fun
to
at church.
respond to.
All
Thanks.
right, no
Bye.
I'd like
problem.
to.
Dang,
I want to
Nelly, not
respond to
you beating
Tom.
me to it.
I
Okay,
want to respond to
I have
Tom
one more
because
thing to
he was
say,
No,
and
no,
asking
then
a
and
Mark,
then
be
really.
y'all can
quiet.
go.
So messy
Mark,
shut
I
please
want to
wait.
respond to Tina.
shut up, messy.
I need to
So
respond to you.
what it is what's really interesting is that
Mark,
Tom
be
is sitting there.
quiet.
He's talking about
Just
You're
let him
not
variables,
finish,
saying.
Messy,
Bring up
and
a
then you can
source before you
go.
say something.
and the
Bring up a
variables
source.
are supposed to
Girl,
be these
Bring
variables
up a.
that you're supposed
great.
to be talking about are something that you cannot take into account. It's called unaccountable variables. Okay, the
We
health
need a
and
source.
smoking is a variable that they do have to take into account. So whatever you just said, Tom, is full of shit. They have to take that
It's
into
not.
account.
It's not full of shit because then I'm just gonna
It's
ask you.
unforeseen variables, Tom, that you were trying to say. And smoking, when it comes to pregnancy, is a foreseen variable that they have to take into account. Absolutely. So I don't know what the hell you're
Mark, this
talking
is the
about.
difference between Mark. Stop. This is the difference between
No,
me
I'm
and
not
you.
gonna
I
stop.
can look at Mark. Just give me a second. Let me respond. Let me respond. I can take what you said and be intellectually honest and say you're absolutely right about this, right? The difference is when I bring up data, you won't do the same thing, because even with that, I'll tell you that doesn't justify the discrimination that individuals are experiencing in these hospitals when they are giving birth. But that's, hold on, Mark, I'm almost done. That's neither here nor there. We brought up data to show that white people are listening and consuming rap at the same rate. Not to mention the fact, by the way, this would have been the 80s that it would have gotten popular. Before this time frame, hold on, Mark. See, this is what happens. Once y'all get an intellectual up here, y'all start to cut people off because now the facts is coming out. So before the 80s, when rap music became popular, why were we still experiencing this? Why were we still experiencing this, Mark? Let's talk about the variables.
Okay, so let me answer you. Then let me answer you. Okay, it's perpetuating. Okay, I didn't say it's the core root, nor is it the core cause of your culture, but it's perpetuating the hate. All right, so
What the hell is going on? Hey, why y'all?
Bro, who is
what y'all doing?
Y'all mouths tweaking.
Yo, Tina, come on, man. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, Tina? Tina, what are you doing? You know what? I'm going to make my public service announcement. And please don't let anybody up here. Please don't. Please don't. Make sure you tap the screen and share the live. That's number one. Number two, guys, you can't just drop mods without King Osa's permission. This is my domain. And so when King Osa makes a command, I need that command and that order to be honored, respected, carried out, executed, and obeyed. We can't do that. That's number one. Number two, I have to cycle some guests because, some of you have been up here for a while, so I have to cycle through the guests. I got to give people a fair shot. You know how many people are in the queue right now, Tina? Nelly? MOD? There's a lot of people, so I want to give everybody a chance. It's only fair. Make sure you tap the screen and share the live. And then also, before I let people up, support my live goal, man. Hook me up with a galaxy, man. Support the live goal. If you like the content, please tap the screen, share the live, or give me with a galaxy. Or not. You don't have to. I don't want to hold a pew-pew to your head and make you. You don't have to. If you want to maybe support the panelists, feel free to do so. Please make sure you tap the screen and share the live. Let's do this again, okay? God damn. This is going to kick everybody out, Tina. You on probation, Tina. I still rock with you. I still love you, but, you're on probation. You're on probation. There you go.
Hey, what's up, Osa?
Hey, man, look, bro, I went on one earlier, bro. You should have been here. I went on one. I really did.
Hey, I have a quick question. Do you have somebody named like Christian Fonte in your guest request?
Who?
Christian Fonte or Chris Fonte?
No, I don't.
His name is not, you don't see Chris Fonte or anything like that?
Chris Fonte. Who is that?
He's one of my friends. Is he in the guest request? I
don't see him. I don't see him in here.
Okay. See, you want to talk about the hip hop thing? Because I think somebody made the claim that like hip hop doesn't have any like culture of violence or something like that, or it doesn't cause anybody to be violent or something like that. Yeah, that's just wrong. Okay, they're like literally, FBG Duck is a perfect example of someone that makes rap that causes fucking violence. So I don't know why you would sit there and yap off. All right, I wouldn't. What should I expect from somebody who's not even in our culture?
Okay, so then also EK. And then also,
I'm not staying up for long because I got dropped multiple times. Like yesterday, I got dropped multiple times. But some mod, so you have some rogue ass mod in here who just keeps dropping people randomly. Because I spoke once today, and then I spoke the second time, which is just now on the showtime, and then I got dropped after.
Okay,
so
well, you're
what
up here, so don't even worry about it.
to multiple other people. But they're not dropping opposition. They're just dropping people who agree.
I got you, Tina.
That's aggravating.
You're up here. I got you. You're here, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's not cry over spilled milk. You're here now, so that's all that matters. So also,
I don't care about being here now. I don't feel like being up here anymore. It's aggravating because you have this.
Tina.
No, you're just not listening. You have this mod up here who keeps doing this. I don't know what mod is he doing.
The mods didn't do it. The mods didn't do it. I did it because to cycle guests because there's like 20.
I know when you drop someone also, or if you drop me because it says you.
I did. I did. I'm telling you.
I don't feel
did.
like.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I don't
I
feel
did.
like you're listening to me. I don't feel like you're listening to me.
I just listened. You said Ahmad dropped you. No, Ahmad did not. I'm telling you, I did.
Listen. It tells you when it's the live host versus when it's a moderator.
She think I'm lying. Okay.
Do I need to give you the screenshots of the two different ones?
No, I don't know about the two different ones. This past one now, I did. Ahmad did not. I did. Now the other two, I don't know.
One. That's not why I'm saying that one. But people keep getting dropped. Like Nelly got dropped, I got dropped, Vixen got dropped.
I dropped Nelly.
Since forever doesn't get dropped.
Hold on, Tina, hold on a second. I don't want to go back and forth too much, but Nelly, I dropped her. I even told her that. I dropped her to cycle in more people, so that way I can give people a chance, because like 20-something people in the queue. But if you want to stay on
about that. That time you literally said it. I'm talking about before.
All right, we don't have to go back and forth. I got you.
My point, but
I got you.
The point's gone. All right, bye-bye.
I don't know.
I wish I was a mod.
You can't make everybody happy, man. You can't. I try. I try. I told her to stay up here, but she doesn't want to. Oh well. You can't make everybody happy. It's okay. It is okay. Hold on a second.
Yo, y'all are trying. Yo, I swear to God, y'all are some freaking like. It's like y'all are some. Whoa, who's
Passion, you got.
Oh, yo, Mike, bruh.
Miss Passion. Okay.
Somebody's Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all are some duckers and dodgers, bro. Y'all trying y'all best, like to dance around the fact that these people, like gang culture is a part of hip hop, right? Drill music is a part of hip hop. Why y'all trying to dodge all that? All right, all that goes into rap music, goofy. Okay, y'all are trying y'all hardest to dodge that fact. All right, it's okay to admit that rap music has bad effects. Like, it's okay to admit that. All right, Jesus Christ. Y'all trying to make it seem like we saying, "Oh, black people are the most violent." No one's saying that, bro.
Yeah, Murphy, that's not what we were saying. You got to be here for the whole conversation to capture what was being said. So specifically what was going on was that we were excusing racism and that people were trying to put the ownership specifically on black people and their actions and their culture. No one's denying that this has...
Wait, who did that?
Yeah, I'm saying, hold on, just give me a second. No one's denying that.
Wait, who did that?
What are you talking about?
Who tried to excuse the racism that black people face and put it all on black people?
Right. So it's specifically, I believe it was what's bro name Mark, when he talked about the culture of black people and alluded it to music. That's how this whole shit started.
Well, he's fucking wrong on that. There's still systemic effects of racism in today's time. It doesn't come from just black culture.
That's what we've been saying the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's fucking ignorant. But I was just coming. I thought y'all were saying that like rap music hasn't caused any harm or some shit like that. That's what I thought y'all were saying.
No, Elaine said that.
Well, I mean, no data on that specifically,
Elaine
but I mean, even.
Wait, it's not about having data. You don't have to have a bunch of data, right? There's examples in the history of hip hop music where rap music has caused harm. All right. FPG Duck is a perfect example of that. King Von is a perfect example of that. Tupac is a perfect example of that.
But wait, he asked a good question though, and he showed some data earlier.
Oh, sorry, this showed data.
T-Bone has been.
I've been cooking up
this argument. Yeah, he been cooking.
No, I know T-Bone be cooking when it comes to systemic racism. I don't got an issue with that. Right? I'm talking about rap.
He said that hip hop. We know that hip hop. White people consume hip hop way more than Black Americans. And his question was, why don't they deal with the same thing we deal with? We consume the same music.
Because they don't take it the same way that we do. They don't consume it the same way.
The answer is literally gang violence. Like the gang violence is involved in that.
You do know we have something called gangster rap, right?
Another question.
That's still a part of hip hop culture. You're not gonna get around that fact, Sean. All right, we have gangster rap for a reason.
I'm not trying to hold up. Gang violence is beyond hip hop culture. What about the mafia? Were they in gang violence? I don't remember rap.
The mafia don't have music. They don't have music.
Right. But they're committing gang violence.
Okay, but you can't bring them up because they're like on a whole different.
Were they committing gang violence? Hello.
Just gang violence. Be for
Were
real.
they committing gang violence? And they're white people in a gang.
Do you think right that the mafia was unaliving each other while listening to blues?
Yeah, the mafia was unaliving each other, period, because they're committing crime.
Oh, all right, cool, beautiful. So you don't want to answer the question. So you didn't answer the question.
I answered the question. The
No, you
mafia was
didn't. So
unaliving
with
each
that being
other,
said,
and it had
right?
nothing to do with music. So why all of a
because
sudden
these
do
people
black
didn't
people
unalive
unaliving
each
each
other
other
with
have something to
blues,
do with
right?
music?
We can literally see within rap culture that these people talk about unaliving each other within their music. You goof. All right, that's why we have things like gangster rap. All right, that's why we have songs by people like King Von where it's just about going out and doing drills on people and unaliving them. And people, right, who are in those places listen to that rap music and it amps them up. You want to talk about studies on how music can affect people? You goof. If I ask you right fucking now, if you play your favorite song, are you gonna feel happy? You're probably gonna say yeah. So with that being said, right, there is data that shows that music can affect your feelings, okay? All right? Now, when it comes down to people within hip-hop culture, right, it has affected people in certain ways where they get unalived by it. FBG Duck is a perfect example of that. He made that song, Dissing the Deads, and guess what? He got unalived for it because someone heard that and said, hey, bro, you ain't gonna talk about my boy like that. You know what I mean? In the music. We also have other examples of rappers like LA Capone, right? Where he made rap music and another nigga dissed him and then he got unalived for that song, all right? So stop trying to say that rap music has no absolute harm on people, okay? I'm not trying to exaggerate it and say, well, all black people are getting harmed by rap. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it exists, okay? And it's an issue, all right? Because I don't want to see anybody get unalived because I love people, right? So if you don't like that issue because it's a minute thing, right, then you're a horrible person, okay? Because if I ask you right now, if 2 people get unalived today, right, would it matter? You would say yes, okay? So I don't care if it's 1 black person. I don't care if it's 2 black people getting unalived by rap music. It matters because we don't want to see our people get unalived. You guys are like terrible fucking human beings. I swear to God. So yeah, bye. Love you all.
Murray just wanted to hear himself talk. Oh.
Was there any points to what he was saying, you think, though?
No, because those points he was arguing, like he was making arguments to things that wasn't even said. Nobody said that rap didn't have a negative effect. Mark was making an argument that hip hop is culture. It's your culture. It's because hip hop is why you. But we just disproved that. Okay, well, it's not just hip hop because white people listen to hip hop too. Well, it don't have the same effect. And then T-Bone just made a statement before Murphy came up. Well, these issues was in the black community before hip hop became a thing. Like what caused before gangsters became gangsters? What were they listening to? So it's a fair point, and this is what was being said. Like it's bigger than that. And I always ask this question. I wanted to ask Mark because black conservatives could never answer this to me. If this is about culture and about who we vote for and about being good or bad, why don't black Americans have been in this country for a few hundred years? Why don't black conservatives have communities that has stood the test of time in America just for them being good, pulling up their pants, speaking the Queen's English? Why don't they have something to hold up to the black community and say, look, this is what we have and have been doing for so long. This is why we have been successful. They don't have it. Why is that? Because it's bigger than just being good or bad in America. And I keep saying this, and it's because this country is an extension of Western European. And it's okay. And they don't want this country to be dominated by no other people but their people. And that's okay. But just let's keep it real and say that. And stop trying to act like it's a matter of us being good or bad. Because it's not.
Yo, what's going on, Osa? What's going on, host? What's going on, panel? What's going on with y'all? Murphy just had a meltdown, boy. That was wild. But yeah. So when he says there's no studies you can look at to how music affects the psyche, that's absolutely false. Because you don't have the studies, or because you didn't look into the studies and you just wanted to talk out the side of your neck, you can't just erase, right, the data from this. If you don't have the data, I just would, me personally, I just wouldn't make claims about shit I haven't read about. There is psychological effects from things like poverty. You can't just blame music, right? And then ignore the oppression that created these environments. He didn't get unalived from a rap song, right? The conditions that create what you would call gang violence, mind you, a lot of these events don't even have to be gang violence. But society, because that's how they view black people, will still deem something gang violence. This has happened to multiple people. People who are not in gangs, not affiliated with gangs, but even if they get unalived, mere fact that it was just a pew-pew and they're black, they will categorize it as gang violence. But anywho, the song ain't made him create the action, okay? I can get a feeling of happiness from a song I listen to. That doesn't mean that I listen to a song and now I want to go ooh up everybody. Like, bro, relax. Let's be
But
so
can it
serious.
influence? Can music have the power to influence? What do you think? What say you?
What say I? I say
Yeah.
that it has nuances to how we look at this data. I'm going to say no, since you guys are doing black and white, then I have to go black and white. No, for the simple fact, if we're not going to include all of the other things, when
Your time ran out. Yeah, your time ran out.
Oh, can I speak now?
Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like you really could look at a lot of small time rappers and really listen to a lot of their music and listen to a lot of what they promote, especially like King Von. There's a documentary on him and a lot of the things that he did that pertain to, stuff that he sung and rap about. But, that's just my opinion on what I saw. But Murphy, there's no point in arguing with any of them because they're going to keep telling you things that you never said. Like, I never said medical racism didn't exist. I just said it doesn't happen on a large scale. But, they're too incompetent and ignorant to listen to anything anybody has to say. So I'm going to just skip my little time.
Okay, so Vixen is literally a moron. She keeps saying it doesn't happen on a large scale, but I brought up numbers saying 69% versus 29%. That would be a large scale because of the disproportionate rate that has happened to one group of people, one demographic of people. It's too large to not be intentional. Because if it wasn't, it would be happening to those people not far off. I don't get what you keep saying the same shit that doesn't make any sense. And I brought up the mafia because you're saying rap music makes people unalive other black people. But the mafia didn't have fucking rap music. They didn't even have white music. And they're unaliving YT people and other people who weren't even YT. But it was mostly YT on YT crime. But nobody has anything to say about that. If you're gonna make points, come up with data and sources and stop talking out of your ass because you sound dumb as hell. You're crashing out on TikTok for what? Over caping over white people who don't give a damn about you? All these mass unalivings are from black people aren't doing this. So what's causing these white people to do mass unalivings? Is it rap music? Because black people aren't doing it. What's causing these white people to assassinate presidents and other large figures in history like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these people? These are white people unaliving them. This is the white person who tried to unalive Trump. But we have no energy for that, and we want to say rap music makes people unalive black people. You sound ridiculous.
And I want to chime in just real quickly. If you want my personal opinion, can music make someone do something? My opinion, no. However, I believe that music does have the power to influence. I do believe that. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, I'd like to remind the panel and the viewers that recording TikTok is against its rules. It's against the terms of service. It's an intellectual rights violation, as well as it does not have consent. However, I got a lot. I'll go really fast now. Medical racism is a hot topic for sure. It's based on statistical averages. They're not definitive. And there's a problem there that some ethnic minorities may have certain physiological conditions that are more prevalent in a certain group than in the overall majority of the population. And this is known in science, in medicine, is that the averages from which, if you're getting a blood test, the averages of what is acceptable and what, above and below the margins of norm are variable. This is a problem. And I want to say something about also pain care, for example. This is a relatively new science. This didn't happen before. Pain care is still in moderation. It's still being perfected. and it was over medicated. That's why we have the opioid and the fentanyl issues. Then I want to say about gangster rap is like, it may be so that some people listen to it for entertainment, but some people listen to it as if it is a role model. And this is not reflective of what culture. I'm not going to go into that. And but the purpose why it's produced is for money. And I think overall media that celebrates crime is problematic. However, it's under the First Amendment. Why not? You sell it as long as it's an adult consumer. But I think it's tough, right? I mean, why the celebration of criminality in music or media overall? And is that not conducive then to perhaps some persons will be influenced by it to think that this is the right way? There's a better way.
Absolutely. And I have a deep question that I'm going to ask everybody, but I'm going to allow EK to go. Go for it.
Thanks, Osa. Absolutely, advertising can influence, and if that wasn't the case, the rap music can influence, and if that wasn't the case, the advertising industry wouldn't be spending billions and billions and billions of dollars a year to try to get you to buy something. Secondly, T-Bone and Mir both want the best interests of black people. So do I. I just happen to be a conservative. Racism absolutely exists in this country. Anybody with any brains will know it exists. The question is racism the major thing that's holding the black community down or back? My answer is no. There are many other factors that are associated with what's holding the black community down. Some people can say family structure. Some people can say lack of influence on education, lack of responsibility, a whole bunch of other things that I think are more important than focusing on racism. So I would love to see T-Bone and Mir put the same amount of energy that they do pointing out racism into going into those communities, our communities, and figuring out really what's holding us back. Is it the white man holding us back? Or is it a lot of our own behavior that's holding us back? I say it's a lot of our own behavior. I think we have the ability, in spite of racism, to prosper in this society if we focus on what we ourselves can fix. And T-Bone, you said about the crime rates being the same in the 60s. They may very well have been the same, but the violent crime rate has definitely increased over these last few decades in our own community. Evidenced by 109 black people being shot in 4 days on the 4th of July weekend. And I'll land my plane.
So we could get to those numbers in a second about the violent crime. What I will say is where you miss me with that conversation is that you say that racism is not a big enough factor in why black people are not succeeding. That's where you lose me. Even with and just to point out a couple of things, conservative to me means absolutely nothing because the richest and most prosperous neighborhood of Prince George County, that black people are in that neighborhood, they're casting a ballot Democrat. So I don't think it's much of a Democrat or conservative type deal in order to be successful. I think it's more just predicated on the actions of those individuals. Speaking of the actions of the individuals, I do think that racism has that part to play in it because I don't see black people as being stupid or more prone to violence. I don't think that we're more prone to making decisions that keep us in poverty. Because if you ask any black person, they're going to say that they want to succeed and that they want to uplift themselves out of the system of poverty that they're in. So that then is going to beg the question of if we have the drive and the want to get out of poverty, why are we still there? It just doesn't make any sense, right? Like we have the businesses that we're owning. We're just not getting the revenue from those businesses. We have the propensity to want to own homes. We just don't have the money to be able to do it sitting at 23